This is Heather Stiles, biology teacher at Agora Cyber Charter School. With this lesson, we will be investigating enzymes. We will look at what is an enzyme and what do they do. We will be looking at the idea of the lock and key model with enzymes, how enzymes work, and how factors such as temperature and pH can affect enzyme activity. After our enzyme lesson, we will look at how external factors affect enzyme activity, and you will construct a graph to show this. Let's walk through how to do this graph. Hello guys, I just wanted to quickly show you how to use Google Apps to make your graph for your enzyme activity presentation here. Alright, so first you want to sign into your Google Drive account, okay, and then you'll see the new here, so you're going to click new and go under Google Sheets. Once you do that, you'll see a blank spreadsheet and you're just going to add in your data. Okay, so we have I'm using pH as an example. I have that in one column and then I have enzyme activity in the other column, but you're going to put in whatever data you are given for your group. Okay, then you're just going to highlight that data and you're going to click insert. And then you're going to scroll down and you see chart. So you're inserting a chart. Okay, now we want a line graph, so we're going to go under chart types, click on the line graph. Okay, and we want to make sure we're using column A as labels so we can see how our enzyme activity is affected by pH. Okay, then we want to customize. All right, so our title we want to say exactly what we're looking at. So we want pH effect on enzyme activity. Okay, again, you're going to customize that whatever you're looking at with your group. And then you want to make sure your axes are labeled. So your x-axis or your horizontal axis, this is going to be pH in my example here. And then you're just going to click on the little down arrow here and select left vertical axis. Okay, so your left vertical is going to be enzyme activity. Okay, normally we would have labels here, but for simplicity, we're just going to leave it as enzyme activity. All right, and then you just click insert, and then you have your graph that you can then copy and paste into your presentation. At the end of this lesson, you will know all of these words and how they work together with our enzymes. Enzymes are an essential part of your body. Without enzymes, you would not be alive. These protein molecules speed up chemical reactions that are occurring in each of your trillions of cells. They help break down molecules or build new molecules. Think about lactose intolerance. Some of you may be lactose intolerant, or you may know somebody that is lactose intolerant. Lactose intolerance is when you can't digest dairy products. You get cramps, gas, diarrhea, not pleasant at all. This is all because this person does not have the enzyme to break down lactose, which is the sugar in milk. This is a mild example of a metabolic disorder where an enzyme is missing. Other disorders can cause severe disability or even death, like Taysher's disease. A person would only live to 4 or 5 years if they had Taysher's, or PKU, which babies are tested regularly in the hospital after birth, because if not treated, it will result in mental retardation. So you can really see how essential enzymes are to your body. External factors can affect enzyme activity, such as temperature, pH, salinity, or salt content. If these conditions increase or decrease too much, the enzyme will denature and stop working. Let's talk about enzymes. Enzymes are the proteins that make the world go round. You may be sitting there wondering, what are enzymes? Well, that's what we're going to answer today. Enzymes are proteins that speed up chemical reactions, and they are not used up or changed during this reaction, so they can be reused over and over again. Enzymes can either break molecules apart or build molecules up. The substrate fits inside the enzyme, causing the reaction to occur, and then releases the product. Enzymes work by lowering the activation energy, or the energy needed for the reaction to occur. Congratulations! You now understand the basics of enzymes. So in this lesson, we learned that enzymes is an essential protein that speeds up chemical reactions, which helps us break or build molecules. And they're very specific, where they can only work on one type of substrate. They work by lowering activation energy, and they're very susceptible to changes in the environment, which can stop their function. We can now investigate further into how outside factors influence enzyme activity with our group activity. Follow the directions given to construct your graph with your group. Good luck and have fun.